Hello there, stars! Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another episode of June Jubilee. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is good and not so good foundations to wear during the summer. I actually got this question on my Facebook page, and I wanted to answer it publicly so that anybody who has this type of question can know the answer, or at least the answer that I think gives a good kind of coverage as to base makeup and how to make it stay and what makeup works best during the summer. So first we're going to start off with primers. You definitely need a primer during the summer. A good drugstore one is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, and this is only $3, $6, something along those lines. And it's definitely a good one. I have it on today, and it's about 100 degrees out today, and it's probably even warmer in my room because I can't open any of my windows. So this is a really good one. But my favorite one would have to be, and I just have a little sample of it, is the Primed and Poreless by Too Faced Face Primer, and this is my ultimate be-all and end-all holy grail face primer. I have held on to this little guy for so long. I actually think he's empty, but I refuse to throw him away so I remember what he is. And then for your eyes, you don't want your eye makeup melting off either, and so you want to use an eye primer. And there are drugstore versions of this. Revlon has one, but I really prefer the Wet n Wild version, and it's by the Fergie collection. And it's the Wet n Wild eye primer, and they come in two different colors. They come in a shimmer and a regular. I prefer the regular one unless you use a lot of shimmery eyeshadows like I do. Then the shimmer one could also be a good one for you to use. But it makes sure your eyeshadow stays where it's supposed to stay, as long as you don't rub your eyes. And this, of course, is the famous Urban Decay Primer Potion. Everybody knows what this is. This is the be-all and end-all of eye primers. Everybody has tried this at some point in their life, and it's great. It's fantastic. This one is actually gold tinted, so I don't use it that much. But it's great. It's fantastic, and my eyeshadow does not budge. Even when it's really hot out and I'm sweating bullets, it does not budge. Now, when putting on your blush, you're going to want something that's not going to move or something that's going to hold it down. So you're going to either want to put a cream blush on your cheeks and then your powder blush, or you're going to want to use a stain. And what I really love to use, and what I have on today, is the Benefit Posy Tint. And this is a great stain. It's got great color. It's just a beautiful flush, and it stays because it's a stain. Now to what most people are curious about, is the foundations. My favorite foundation for the summer is the Instant Age Rewind Foundation. Anybody can use this. You don't have to be like of a certain age to use Instant Age Rewind things. No. It's a foundation, guys. It's going to work on everybody. And I'm actually wearing this today, and it's very light on the skin, makes your skin very breathable, and doesn't clog your pores, sweat doesn't get trapped, anything like that, and it stays. It's a very good foundation. Another foundation that's really good, that I found is really good for the summer, is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I don't have the dewy one, but just for the fact that you're going to be sweating during the summer, you don't want too much dewiness, except for the highlight that you purposely put on your cheeks and under your brow bone. I love this foundation. It's great. It keeps my skin matte, but it doesn't keep it so that it can't breathe. So I really love that, and I use it in combination with the Fit Me powder, matte and poreless powder. So be sure to use these two together to get the full benefit of the foundation. And then if you are like me and you do sometimes have problem skin, you are going to want to have a more full coverage option for those summer days when your skin, let's say, isn't the best. And for that, I actually really like the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. It's full coverage without being really heavy, and so it lets your skin still breathe a little bit, but it covers those imperfections, and because it's an acne fighting foundation, it's got salicylic acid in it, it does help to fight those zits and those pimples, and this is actually one of my favorite foundations for any time of the year. And finally, the last thing that you should really have is a powder, like the Fit Me powder when you have the Fit Me foundation, or for any other foundation, the Rimmel Stay Matte. This stuff is holy grail for me. It is absolutely amazing. It works with any foundation, and it keeps your skin matte. It keeps you matte. It doesn't oxidize during the day. It doesn't do any of that kind of stuff. So it's absolutely fantastic for the summer. Now to the still good foundations. They're good foundations. They're good little soldiers. But they're not so great for the summer. And the first thing I'm going to start off with, I ended with an e.l.f. product. I'm going to start with an e.l.f. product. And that is their Matte Cream Foundation. Mattifying Cream Foundation. This stuff is very oily. Even though it says mattifying, it does mattify eventually. But when you first put it on, it's very oily, and then it gets very cakey, and definitely not the look that you're going for during the summer. And it just kind of, I find that it clogs my pores a bit, especially during the summer. During the winter, it's okay. It's a great foundation during the winter. But during the summer and the warmer months, definitely not your best bet. And this, I hated putting this in this category because I love this foundation. And I am a culprit. I do wear it during the summer. I wear it a lot during the summer. I actually haven't worn it yet, though. So this may be a bit different. But it is the Revlon Photo Ready Foundation. And this is their new airbrush effect foundation, which I don't think it has an airbrush effect, but that is neither here nor there. It's definitely a medium to full coverage foundation, but what I find is that it's a very coverage heavy foundation, meaning that it covers your skin really nicely. It makes your skin look really great, but it doesn't give it that much room to breathe. And so that is why I really don't recommend this for the summer. I'm a culprit. I know, arrest me. I do use it during the summer. I'm going against my own advice here. But I only use it at nights. If I have a night event, I will use this. Or I will use the next product I'm going to bring up now. And that is my Holy Grail, my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. Beautiful, beautiful foundation that you are. You are terrible for the summer. You oxidize and you sweat off so fast. It is not sweat proof. No foundation is sweat proof, but this stuff especially. It just, I go like this and nothing really comes off with the Age Rewind. If I were to be wearing this and to go like this, there would be makeup all over my hand besides what's already there. And so it's not your best bet. This Lumi one is in this category just because it is a luminous foundation and it's going to make you look oily and very sweaty. It's not going to make you look dewy like a highlighter can do. It's going to make you look oily. And you don't want that. You don't want to look oily. You want to look dewy. And so that's why this one is in this category for don't really use it during the summer. And the last one is a very heavy foundation, both physically, the jar is very heavy, and also it is actually quite a light foundation, and it is the Revlon Color Stay Whipped. But the problem that I've had with this during the summer especially is that it looks very cakey very, very fast. And which is really funny because it's very light to go on. It's a whipped foundation. It's very light on the skin. But it starts to oxidize and look really, really bad. Especially when you're out in the sun. And there's also, yeah, there's no SPF. No SPF. Actually, I don't think any of the stuff that I've showed you has an SPF in it, which is really bad, because maybe Age Rewind does. Age Rewind does. Age Rewind wins everything. Age Rewind does have an SPF. That is the other thing. I just made my thing flip. That is the other thing. Wear an SPF. The lotion that you put on underneath your foundation, make sure it has an SPF. Protect your skin, guys. I have skin cancer in my family, and so I'm always wearing SPF if I go out, and like, if my arms are going to be bare, like if I walked Henry today, I would have been slathered up in sunscreen. I'm in my room and I have SPF on my face. I mean, come on, that's dedication right there. Because what am I going to get a sunburn from my lights? I really hope not. Is that even possible? Okay, guys, this is starting to turn into a bit of a rambly video, so I'm going to let you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and comment if you have any questions or comments, or if you have foundations of your own that you really like for the summer, or that you really don't like for the summer, so that others can, know. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. And I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye.